Welcome back to Carefree TV. Chelsea have beaten Spurs 3-0 at home. We done it yesterday, but I'm doing a review today because I ran out of time. And it was a game which we didn't actually have to play that well to beat Tottenham, and that's the second year in a row we've done it. I mean, they just need to give up. They just can't beat us, can they? They're shite. They're proper shit. I mean, they in the first sort of 10 minutes. I'll admit to them that. I was starting to feel a bit worried. I was watching it and thinking, hit the bar. Harry Kane had another chance. I thought, oh no, this could be horrible. But then I realised who we were playing. I realised we were playing Tottenham. I just felt relaxed, and I realised that they'll mess up sooner or later, and they did. Really, I mean, I'm really surprised that Lloris isn't getting any criticism for Hazard's goal. I mean, it was straight at him at his near post. I mean, I used to be a goalkeeper, and I mean, if I conceded that, I'd be extremely disappointed. But it was a lovely goal anyway. Hazard beats a few players, 1-2 with Didier, and he's a legend, isn't he? Look at the goals. He scored 2 goals this year in the league against United and Spurs. They're hardly easy Tottenham are, but it's big games, and he's a big game player, and he proved it yesterday. 1-2 with Hazard, smashed it near post, 1-0, and at that point, it was just like, it was a simple game against Tottenham. They'd fall to shit, would go into second gear and see the game out. And I mean, Lloris is meant to be their best player. You see what he done for the second goal, kicked it straight out. I think Oscar or someone played it into Hazard. Hazard this time returned the favour to Drogba. Drogba smashed it in, and I can tell he enjoyed that. You know what I mean? Like that's what's great about Didier. He's enjoying every moment he's back at the club, and he's always trying his eyes. He may not be playing very well all the time. He's playing quite well recently, but he may not be having a good game, but he's enjoying himself. He's getting stuck in, and that's what we like to see from our boys. And then the third goal, obviously Remy. I mean, Vertonghen, Vertonghen was just basically a pussy. Basically, he was just trying to grab onto his shirt. Remy, spun, had a shot. Lloris just sort of stood there and just let it in, because they know that we're just so superior to them all the time. I mean, even they haven't beaten us for 24 years or something at Stamford Bridge, and that's before Abramovich. So it just shows that we are just better than them. And I love this because I fucking hate them, and I have no reason why. They've not won. I think it probably, for me, it stemmed when they beat us in the League Cup final in 2007. That dark day when 2008, I think Woodgate was on the scored. I think that's when my hatred started from. Although a lot of people, it's quite deep, but yeah, it was lovely. It was absolutely lovely. 3-0. Atmosphere seemed quite good from what I could hear on my computer. I'm going to the away game at White Hart Lane, which will be absolutely fantastic because we always make a lot of noise over there. So looking forward to that. Anyway, there's a downside. There's always a downside of Chelsea. We can't just do things simply, and that's Matic is suspended for the Newcastle game, which is a game which I thought we were going to lose. I do think I will do a preview for it tomorrow probably, but I do think that we'll lose that game, and I don't really know why. I think partly it's because our record at Newcastle is not particularly good recently. We've lost our last 2, I think. I might be wrong, but I think we've lost our last 2. Matic is a big player in that midfield, and Mikel is just so shit. I mean, he gives me hope that maybe I might one day play for Chelsea if he's done 9 years of service for us. I mean, and people say, this is the thing which I don't like. People say he's underrated. No, he isn't. He's underrated because he's shit. What does he offer, right? What does he actually offer to the team? I bet if you put John Obi Mikel in a mid-table championship team, he would not influence the game. He doesn't influence the game. He can only pass the ball sideways or backwards. He's useful seeing the game out when we need to, but as a starter, nah. Sorry, mate. He's not good enough, and I'm prepared to say it. This is, here we'll say I'll criticise a player if I want to criticise a player. You know what I mean? I'm not here just to praise the club. Yes, I love the club. I love it with, it's the most important thing in my life, pretty much, because I'm a sad piece of shit. But anyway, if it's something I don't like about, I will say. So yeah, 3-0, continue top of the league. It's annoying that City won, but I always knew, and that's why I knew the Sunderland game was a disappointment, because I knew City would beat them. So Yeah, it's just we march on pretty much at the top. Newcastle have had an extra day's rest than us though, so that might balance things out. So yeah, it'll be an interesting game. Newcastle, do a preview for it, and not much else to say. Keep the blue for a flying eye. Oh yeah, something else. The other day, I won. I'll show you actually. So it's just not. Yes, it may not seem like a Diego Costa shirt, but I don't know if you're able to see it. It's signed by him. There you go. Lovely. Won that for a goal of the month competition for August. But the club, they took their time to send it to me. But yeah, that's just another. I don't know why I showed you that. I just thought you might be interested. See you later.